Actually, that's the third thing that's a big... This is probably... Actually, no, this is definitely my biggest pet peeve of all. Far and away my biggest pet peeve of all. Is when someone feels that it is important to be right. I hate that. Oh my God. I mean, I'm exaggerating. In real life, I'm like, man, that's annoying. But I'm going to exaggerate it for the purpose of the speech. I cannot stand. I want to literally die. And as I'm dying, shoot myself in my just barely able to have feelings for a little bit longer knees. Because I just hate it. So here's an example. Let's say I'm at a thermostat. And I'm hitting it and I can't seem to reduce the temperature. And I say, what the hell, the thermostat's not working. A wonderful person says, wait, really? Here, it's kind of a weird, it's kind of a weird interface. Let me take a look. What is this person doing? The goal of this person is to help you out. The goal of this person is to get it colder in the room, so they'll come over and go, oh, see, if you press like this and this and this, that's what'll make the temperature go down. That's what'll make the temperature go down. The goal's been accomplished, make the temperature go down. And then that person might say something like, oh yeah, sorry, it's kind of a weird thermostat. And the other person will go, oh, okay, so great. This arbitrary imaginary person has both achieved the goal that the confused person was setting out upon and has reassured the confused person that, hey, that's okay, this is a weird thermostat, it's not just a thermostat. This is what I fucking hate, when someone needs to be right. Hey, this thermostat isn't working. Yes, it is. Why would you say yes it is? Why would you say that? That's not going to help the guy figure out the thermostat. You're trying to be like, I'm going to lord the fact of the thermostat over you. And it's like, okay, and then the person will naturally say something in response like, well, I mean, I'm trying, I'm hitting the down button and it doesn't seem to be getting colder. And you'll hear the other person say, well, you're doing it wrong. What the fuck? Like, oh my God, die today. Like, I don't understand, because these will crop up so much, especially on the internet, where people will just, they'll want to say, no, you're wrong. They want you to be wrong so they feel right. They want that, instead of ever acknowledging what the actual goal of conversation is, which is most often understanding, and most often trying to figure stuff out. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Hearthstone. You play that card? That card's terrible. Like, I can understand someone saying that in a sort of recreational way. Like in that genuine, in that genuine fun sort of, I just lost to this guy playing Ancient Mage. Who plays Ancient Mage? Ugh. I understand that. That's venting. That's venting to a buddy. That's okay. I get that. That's fine. You want to make yourself, in your venting, feel powerful over the other person. I get that, because you're angry that you lost. That's great. But if you're looking at someone in the face going, you play Ancient Mage? It's so stupid. Who are you talking to? Who the fuck are you talking to? If you want to give someone advice, be like, hey, well, I'm curious about the Ancient Mage. Why are you running the Ancient Mage? And then they might tell you, and you might learn what their understanding is, and then you can begin to have a conversation if you actually want to help. But in my experience, a lot of people who are trying to help you actually are only trying to make themselves feel good and trying to make themselves feel powerful and trying to make themselves feel right. So ignore always that need to feel right. That is an unimportant thing that should not be used. That should not be used to try to lord over other people. Occasionally, I think it's great to use that because it's an extremely easy way during venting to make yourself feel better. I get that. That's great when you're talking to your buddy. I do this. You'll see me do this when I'm annoyed in my little single-player game. I'm not even playing as another person. I'm just like, ugh. This boss is so stupid. What a stupid boss. Of course I'm going to say the boss is stupid. Of course I'm going to act like I'm so sophisticated and understand that it wasn't me that couldn't kill the boss in fucking Dark Souls. Of course that makes sense. Of course. But don't you dare do it to another human being, you fucking monster. Let's take another question. I believe in this really, really firmly. Don't try to be right. Don't ever try to be right. Being right is the most useless thing. That was a rant. That was really a rant. Ugh.